Welcome back to the morning show, our favorite time of Fridays. Time for the 3-Minute Grill. We're joined by Mr. Bob Rowe from Classic Events Catering. Thank you, sir, for coming in this morning. We appreciate it as always. All right, dishes inspired by the World Series. We'll start with Texas.
Right, Texas, I thought of Tex-Mex.
Okay.
And I wanted to keep this appetizers. I wanted to keep it things that we could do ahead of time so people kind of put things together at the last minute.
Sure.
What I did was I made some pancakes. A little variation, though. I used self-rising white cornmeal, and I got a little bit of scallion in these. I made these up yesterday, so you can heat them up at the last minute. And then for the meat for these, what we're doing is we're doing a short rib. Short ribs, this is a boneless short rib. Short ribs require a little bit of commitment. It's not a very expensive cut of meat, but it's nothing you cook in a hurry. These were braised. I braised these short ribs for about 2.5 hours.
Oh,
so
wow.
what I used was I used beer, a little salt, a little pepper, onion, garlic, cumin, and a jalapeno.
Okay.
And we braised those for a couple hours. And you can do these a day ahead of time.
All right,
and that's
good.
what I did. And I just heated these up, and I have my pancakes here with scallion. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to top them off with a little bit of our braised short rib. Yeah. And then I've got a secret sauce.
It's good, too.
Yeah. Our secret sauce is chipotle and honey. It's 3 parts honey, 1
Well, it's
part
not
chipotle.
a secret now.
Shh, you won't tell anybody.
I won't.
And a little bit of cilantro in a blender. And then when that's done, I'm going to top these off with a little bit of the Mexican melting cheese, Chihuahua, however you want to pronounce it. And then you can have all this done and then pop them in the oven at the last minute.
Okay.
And I've got one in the oven right now. I'm
All right,
gonna grab.
well, let's take her out.
Just long enough to melt the cheese?
Just long enough to get a little warm.
Isn't it cool we have a fancy working oven and
was that easy
microwave?
bake oven
So you don't have to bring everything in from your store. That's awesome.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to top these off with a little bit of guacamole.
Okay.
It's a real simple guac. I just did avocado, a little bit of lime, salt and pepper, onion and cilantro. These bad boys are good. And these are the inspiration of these was kind of like Daddy Nacho meets Mama Tamale.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, nice, because if you're watching the game, I don't really like to eat a big, heavy meal when I'm watching a football game. You want to be up and down and grab something, just kind of munch on it all day
Right, the
long.
nice thing about these is these can be done up. It's just as I have here, and then at the last minute you can pop those in the oven for a little bit and let them go. The pancakes themselves are pretty good, too. I was just kind of snacking on those last night.
I was just going to put the whole thing in my mouth, but I figured I should use a fork.
I would.
Yeah, show some manners there, Collins.
I'm trying.
That's really good.
Yeah, the short rib's really, really great in that, too. And the nice thing I said about the short rib, too, is that can all be done a day ahead of time. Just heat the short rib up separately in the microwave to kind of take the chill off. Put them on your warm little corn shells. The Chihuahua cheese is a real nice little touch in there, too. And I really like the chipotle in there, the chipotle honey kick. It's just a little bit of sweet hot in there, too, and it's all set by the coolness of the guacamole on the very top.
With enough heat at the back end that it stays with you for a little bit.
She has a back kick to her.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
bad.
the flavors marry together immensely.
And you can have fun with your pancakes, too. I did a little bit of scallion in mine. If you want a little bit more hot, you could do some diced jalapeno in there. You could do a little bit of cheddar in there. There's a lot of things you can do. For you, if you wanted to, even in your pancake would be a really cool thing to do. You could do some crumbled bacon in there, too, if you wanted to do that, too. So these are open for a lot of interpretation, a lot of fun. You could do chicken, you could do seafood on these. So there's lots of ways you can play.
I don't think you can go wrong. That was amazing, Bob.
Cool.
All right, very good. So we got, the Texas Rangers taken care of. For the Cardinals, what are we doing in St. Louis?
We're going to the Hill, big Italian neighborhood in St. Louis. We got some pasta sauce I actually got from a restaurant in St. Louis, and we're going to make some homemade meatballs. Top those off with some shaved Parmesan cheese and fresh parsley, and just chow down. No pasta, just meatballs.
This isn't Iowa, folks. This is heaven right here. This is good stuff. Yeah, it's good today. It's good to be king. Hey, folks want to get a hold of you, Bob. How can they do so?
Online, classiceventscatering.com.
Simple as that. Very good, sir. And if you want to see this replay, just go online, IllinoisHomepage.net. Morning Show and 3-Minute Grill. Have this posted for you in a couple of hours. We'll be right back with the Morning Rush. Stay with us, folks.
Tex-Mex.